Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've come up with this Indian get ready with me. As we all know that wedding season's coming up, and for people who are going to Indian weddings or receptions or whatever it is, I've created this look to inspire you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Starting off with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original, applying this all over the eyelid. This will help prevent any creasing. Using the 35N Morphe palette, grabbing that nude shade just to set the primer in place so that when we add our other shadows, they apply seamlessly. Using the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush, picking up that burnt orange shade to use as our transition colour. I kept adding the burnt orange shade until I was happy with the outcome. I am now picking up this dark brown shade from the same palette and adding a little bit more depth in the outer crease. I am then going in with the KIKO 200 Eyes brush and just blending out any harsh edges. I am then going in with NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk to apply this on the lid. This will make my eyeshadow pop a little more. Buffing the base out with the Zoeva 142 Contour Buffer brush. For the lid shade, I am using Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Shimmer Powder in Aura. This is such a beautiful black shade, and I'm applying that with the Zoeva 232 Luxe Classic Shader Brush. It is such a beautiful shade, guys. Like, it's obviously a highlighter, but it's amazing for eyeshadow. I am then going in with the Luxe Crease Brush just to blend out any harsh lines. Using this brush by Zoeva in 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush, picking up the shade 243 by KIKO to add extra dimension in the outer crease. I'm then adding highlight to the inner corners of my eye using the shade 254 by KIKO as well. And then I'm using the KIKO 207 brush, and I'm also applying it on the brow bone. I am then applying Barrier Fine Glitter Dust in number 15 all over the lid. Going in with that Luxe Crease brush just to blend out any harsh lines. Using Perversion Glider on Eye Pencil by Urban Decay to tightline my eyes. And for my eyeliner, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Super Liner in Intense Black. So I'm creating a thin to medium thickness on the eyeliner. So from the inner corner, it's going to be thin, and then on the outer, it's going to be a little bit thicker. I am using my favorite pair of lashes by Vegas Nay in Grand Glamour by EyeShadow. Applying that to the eyes. Okay, that was a bit extra. Then going in with Givenchy Noir Couture mascara and applying these to the lashes. Moving on to the face, I'm applying the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser by Maybelline. This will make my makeup last all day long, and it will erase any pores, and my makeup will sit perfect. To the face, I'm using the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation in Honey, and I'm applying this with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Wow, that was such a long name. Then concealing my under eyes, nose area with the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in Honey. For the highlight, I am using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Creamy Beige. Applying this under the eyes, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, under the contour and the forehead. Blending that out with the Beauty Blender. For my cream contour, I am using the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation in Caramel. So applying that on the contour and then on the forehead and jawline as well. I am using the Real Techniques Bold Metals 301 brush to blend that contour out. I'm using the Beauty Blender to erase any harsh lines. I am using MAC Prep and Prime CC powder in the banana shade, and I'm applying this where I added my concealer and my highlight, and I'm using the baking method. So let it sit there for a while and then brush it off after like 2 minutes. I wouldn't keep it for much longer. I'm using the KIKO 103 brush to apply my bronzer by KIKO in Warm Melang 200 limited edition, my favourite bronzer of all time. Then brushing off any excess powder by the Real Techniques 100 brush. For my blush, I'm using the LA Colors Mineral Blush in Sheer Bliss, applying that with that same brush that I applied my bronzer with. Cream highlight, I'm using this sleek highlight palette in Precious Metals, and I'm using the bottom left shade and applying this with my fingers. To set my contour in place, I am using Inglot Pressed HD Contour Powder in 507. I'm not too sure if I'm saying this right, but I will link everything down below. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I did my brows off camera and I used Brow Bar to go in Ebony to Medium by Gerard Cosmetics. The cream highlight in place, I'm using the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in Marilyn, and I'm using the Real Tech. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I did my brows off camera and I used Brow Bar to go in Ebony to Medium by Gerard Cosmetics. To set everything in place and to avoid any harsh edges, I'm applying MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium to dark with the Real Techniques Bold Metals 100 brush. So for the bottom part of the eyes, I am doing exactly the same thing as I did at the top. So I'm applying the same colours just at the bottom, so on the outer V I'm applying those dark shades, and then in the inner I'm applying that aura shade. Look at me making these ugly faces. Oh my god, what is up with life? I am then applying Urban Decay Perversion Glide On Eye Pencil in the waterline as well. I'm using LA Colors in Smooth Plum Lip Liner to outline my lips, and I'm contouring them a little bit as well. As I was going for an ombre effect on the lips, I used Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Ruby Slipper. This is a lovely burgundy shade, and then going in with Immortal. I love these lips so much. An Indian look without a tikka, so I'm applying this red one just to match my outfit. Setting everything in place with Matte Fix Plus.
Drum dum dum, I'ma pop it like